Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to create a smooth transition from walk to idle without using any extra animation. You can clearly see the difference in both transitions on the screen. So let's get started. First, we will see the project setup. Okay, so in Godot, I just have created a very basic setup and that contains the word environment node, a direction lightning, and few boxes to demonstrate how our player is moving. And I have set up a camera with the spring arm, and for the character I have a very basic character with couple of animations, and I have added a collision shape for it. Next, I have added a root motion view to view how our player is moving. In the animation tree, I have added a very basic blend shape 1D that's directly connected to the output. And if you open up the editor, you can see I have added basically three animations. The left one is the idle animation, the center we have walking animation, and the rightmost is the sprint. So I'll not be using the sprint over here, but I'll just be using the idle and walking. If you change the blend position from walking to idle, you can see our player gradually stops, and this really causes an issue. For the script, I just have a basic variable for the speed, so this basically is the multiple of our root motion velocity. And for the movement, I have set it to -1 so that the idle animation is played. And in the physics process, I have a very basic code that's basically we are getting the input and we are checking if any input is pressed. Then we just change the movement to 0. 0 basically means the center of our blend space 1D, and that's walking, and we just update it. Else we set it to -1, so which means we are just transitioning from this point to this point, and the rest one is basically for root motion. Alright, so now let's fix this issue. If you have seen my video on root motion, you will remember I said that no animation is perfectly uniform. Animations speed up and slow down at different points, and this is where the solution lies. Now in my code, you have probably seen people use the lerp function. It's used to smoothly transition from one value to another. But here is the problem. Humans don't slow down in a straight linear way. For an example, when you go from walking to stopping, it's sudden but still smooth, not gradual and even like a lerp. So now what's the solution? A curve? Humans move in curves, not straight lanes. Imagine the top of the curve is walking and the bottom as stopping, the left to right as time. The curve I am shown here isn't perfect, but it solves a lot of issues with animation transition. Now the cool part, you don't need to create this curve from scratch. Godot has built-in tool for this, and that's Tween, and it comes with a preset curves for different transition. For this, I will be using the ease in out with transquint easing, which perfectly matches for my issue. So let's fix those transition. Alright, in the code I have added couple of lines, and that's a variable called tween and it's set to false. So next, if we press any key, it checks if our variable has something, which means we are basically creating a tween. If there is any tween, then we just kill it, which means we are stopping the transition and we are setting it to 0. So this line of code will be for our forward movement when we press any key. So what happens when we don't press any key? So if our tween is none, which is true for here, then we just create a tween node and we assign a variable called t and set it to movement +1. So this basically matches the smooth flow because our animation tree node, the value goes from -1 to +1. So to match this, we basically add a +1 for our movement, and we just create a tween property from our tween node. So self means we need to transition the variable in the script. Then movement means basically we need to change the movement variable to -1 with the speed of t, and set ease, we basically use the ease in out with the transition as transquint, and that's it for the solution. So if we run our script now, okay, I need to change to main scene, and then if we run our script now, So you can see as soon as I release the key, the player has better stop movement from walking. So this project link is available on my GitHub, so you can go there and check it out. And that's it for the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions, you can comment me below. Do like the tutorial, do comment, do subscribe, and always have a great day.